Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to In Your Ear Radio. I am your host, Latoya. I know I look extra excited today, don't I? So thank you for joining me. I'll give you guys a minute to get on, and I'm going to go ahead and share this video as we do. Whew. It's kind of chilly out here today in Vegas. I don't know how it is where you guys are, but we down to 60 degrees from warm weather. We had some really nice weather in the 80s. It's not so bad. I'll take this over the summer still. So, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. Okay, so sharing this video to my In Your Ear Radio group. And of course, you guys, if you like the video, please share, hit the like button, let your friends know about In Your Ear Radio. Hey, Rita, thank you for joining us. How's the weather out there in Detroit? So, y'all, I'm so excited. It's a party going on. Listen, we celebrating. We just celebrating, okay? So this is what it's all about. Celebrating a long, hard road. And I'm just so excited. And I wanted to, today is a busy day, so we just got it in. I just wanted to be able to do this with you guys sometime today and not let the day go by without us turning up. Some of us probably popping bottles, having drinks. Some of us are, on our knees, thanking God just because this is a lot. So I listen, I'm excited and I'm happy to be with you guys and to celebrate a victory today. Long time coming. And I got some great, I call them my day ones. They've been rolling with me since day one. Got my people with me to celebrate. My first person I bring on is Miss Trish.
Hey,
my
family,
day one AKA
family.
Pieces of She. Hey.
How are you?
Happy. How are you?
Girl, same. The
You
same.
good? Listen.
Yeah.
I know you were saying early before we went live that it was kind of like an experience with asthma or something you saying with this election?
I'm gonna just tell, I don't have asthma, but I feel like for the last 4 years, I couldn't breathe. Like I literally couldn't quite catch my breath. Right.
Yeah.
So today, I mean, I can only imagine that that's what asthma feels like. But today I feel like I got an inhaler and I could fucking breathe. Amazing. So
good,
I'm happy. Yes.
I am just over the moon. And I'm telling you, I'm still kind of like, is this real? We so traumatized by number 45 and we just waiting for him to come with some dumb stuff. So I'm just so excited though. Hey, Denise, I see you on Facebook. Yes, Rita. She said she agreed. Yeah, it is. It's like coming up for air. For me, it's kind of like with asthma, but it's like I've been underwater and now I'm coming up for air. Finally, I felt like I couldn't breathe. Like you said, you just holding your breath. You don't know what's going to happen next. And it's like, OMG, OMG, OMG. So my other guest that's joining us, another one of my day ones, Mr. Robles. How are you?
Hey, I'm well. How are you all?
Listen.
I'm around in a 3-ring circus. Like, listen, for real.
Feeling awesome. We've been through a lot and we deserve to celebrate. We've been through a lot, y'all. We've been through, listen. Wait a minute. What is that? That better not, is that real?
This is that real? This is Heineken. It has alcohol
That's
in
my
it.
Trish. That's my
drinking
Trish.
beer today, okay?
It is definitely a time.
Listen. That's what's up. Hey, Shanta, I see you watching on Facebook Live. Thank y'all for joining and celebrating with us. Y'all on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much. I'm just over the moon. I am so very excited. Listen, not only did President-elect Joe Biden win the popular votes, he also won the electoral votes. So he won the popular votes by over 4 million? Mm-hmm. He surpassed Hillary in the last election with the popular vote against number 45.
Yeah.
And the electoral. So he got 200. Is it 290? I know they still count.
5 million now. He's passed 5 million votes now.
5 million. We have spoken. We have spoken.
But let me say, no, we ain't done shit because Nevada out of line. That's all I'm gonna say.
All the way. Nevada need the deacon board and that electoral college to come and count the votes.
Listen,
y'all came in.
Listen. Somebody said, why Nevada a 24-hour city, the city that never sleeps, but y'all going to sleep, can't count the votes, y'all got to wake up the next day. What's going on? Oh,
For real.
it's hilarious, but that's okay, Nevada. We don't need them 6 electoral points, but we'll take them. We definitely will take them. Yes, we definitely will take them. Hey, Mari, I see you on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, he beat the electoral. Like I said, I think it's at 290 to 214. The numbers could be different.
Or was it 293, 292, something like that?
Currently 290 to 214.
Okay, 290 to 214. So Biden has gotten the most votes out of any president in the history of the United States presidential.
Past Barack Obama.
Surpassed Barack Obama. What does that say? What does that say?
We ain't with the shits.
Right.
Period. Stop.
Period. So yeah, if y'all got y'all drinks, turn up. This is what y'all did. All of y'all who voted, all of y'all who got on y'all people about voting, y'all kids about voting, y'all friends about voting, y'all parents about voting, everybody, all of y'all who, pressed the issue to just go vote, pat yourself on the freaking back. Let it be known that our votes count. And look how they count. They still count them up. Shout out to J. Cole. Count it up. ATM. Listen.
And we count it now because now they scared that we had came out in such forward.
Yes.
Oh no, we came out. I don't know how they thought we wasn't gonna come out like we did. Oh, I do know how they thought that, but it didn't.
How you know, Trish? How you know
they tried to lure people into making us not go to the polls, telling us that our votes don't count, but they actually do. We're seeing this shit play out. They are counting and counting and counting. Okay, they count. Everyone counts.
Yes.
I will never not vote. And I took my nephew. Well, look, I registered him, got him on together.
And how old is he?
He's 23, I think. Okay, this is his first time.
He's still an early bird. He's still an early baby. Okay.
And I mean, I took him to the poll, everything. And he came out and the smile on his face. He was so happy. He was like, I feel like a productive member of society. I'm like, you are. So it's amazing. It's amazing to see.
Yeah.
And so many young people came out this time. So,
and Denise said it. This is why they suppress our vote. The Republican Party is known for low voter turnout. They are the party of voter suppression. People don't understand that. Some people, I will say, but they are. You have a man saying, I don't want everybody to vote. Elections were never won by the popular, majority. You get the small groups. Think about little cliques. Think about in school when you had the king and queen. Think about anything that you're interested in. And if everybody knows about it, then it makes it harder for you to win unless it's just your peers that are voting. So if you just got a group of peers that know about something that you're interested in, maybe you want to change the world tomorrow, and only you and your peers know, and they're the only ones that's going to vote, you have a high probability of winning that vote to change the world. Versus if everybody find out, these people with these big trucks and these big flags, they might come out and be like, no, we don't want them to change the world and vote. So it makes sense to suppress our vote, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I don't know why people don't get it. I don't know. Some people, I got to keep saying that because I know I'm preaching to the choir to most of you guys that are watching and listening. And of course, the co-hosts, I know y'all know, but it's just so frustrating because it felt like we might lose just because we had people, weakening it, coming out. What do we call these people? What name? Somebody said
parasites.
Parasites.
Yes. I'm messing around. But when I saw all those states turning red, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
I can only watch the first day. My sweetie kept telling me every morning throughout the day, he was a news reporter. The points up here, the Electoral College, we got this over here. And I just couldn't watch because it was too stressful. I had to go watch some regular TV, some YouTube, something different. I couldn't not watch
the entire thing until about 12 o'clock. And I was just like, I got to go to sleep only because I had to wake up in the morning. But I'm just so relieved today, though.
Yes.
Today.
Shout out to Rita. She said, I was amazed, just as much as amazed as Trump was. I think he's in denial, though.
No, he is not in denial. He is in full-blown sore loser. Just he's doing what they do. He's doing what they do. And the poorly educated is out here saying we stole the election and they didn't count all the votes, or they counted too many votes. Which one? Pick a side. I mean, do you want us to stop or keep going? Which one?
Yeah, what was up with that? So where he was getting high voter points, he was saying stop. Where he was getting low, did I get that right? When he was getting the low ones, he was saying keep counting.
Correct.
I'm so glad this conversation is not going to be had. We don't have to really talk about this anymore. We're going to get him out of our system. We just going to celebrate Biden.
Okay. And then we're going to work on getting rid of the electoral college, because now that's the
problem. Oh yes, for sure. The electoral college is definitely, it's got to be up out of here, because, you know,
it's rooted in slavery. So it's got to go.
Yes.
It's
you know what I mean?
Ignorance. Like, it's banking on the fact that we are less than smart. And now I need to go vote for you. They gotta go.
Yeah. Because
luckily we learned how to maneuver in it and still get those votes.
That's what I'm saying. Strategy.
And I really want to wonder, and I really want to know how many of us are on this electoral college, which I doubt none. But like, because they don't publicize it, they don't say
nobody knows.
I took electoral college here, or it's literally appointed by people in the good old boys club, and we just pray that they vote in our favor.
And you want to talk about transparency? Who are these people? And are they voted in and out?
Right.
Because I ain't never voted for nobody on the electoral college. You know, they gotta go.
It's not a senator, it's not a politician, but they are picked by the state's politicians. Therefore, it's somebody that ain't make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost a race. I lost something. I'm this close, but I ain't there yet. It's not like
you guys
don't apply.
I'm still on pins and needles, and the reason being is on December 14th, the Electoral College officially votes. So even though what I thought it to be that they represented what the popular vote was in their state as far as the Electoral College votes go, they can still pull up. Whoever these secret people are can still pull up and say, no, we think Trump should win.
But here's the thing with that. Okay, if you guys are saying take the ballots back, like recount whatever, a lot of Republicans won other shit. Like that wasn't the only thing on the ballot. Was the presidential. So if you want to, I'm sure these Republicans that actually won, and even some that won by this much, don't want it to be recounted. That we wanted to count. I won.
Count them up. Just count.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't. I hope they see that he is all for himself and he is not for the party. He is not for them as a whole, because as a whole they actually did okay. They didn't do bad. But shout out to Stacey Abrams. Did we already shout her out, Stacey Abrams?
No, we definitely got to shout Stacey Abrams out. I hope she gets a seat on that administration for sure, because, you know, she came in, she had her strategy, and she was plotting on them. She didn't sit down and buckle up and just cry about them stealing her. Oh, did you guys hear? So she was running for governor, right, in her state of Georgia.
Against the Secretary of State, right? The
Secretary of State, who's over the voting board in that state, where 5,000 votes were thrown out, which is what she lost by, I think it was.
Conflict. Talk about.
This is, you know what I'm saying? We think our votes don't count. We think it's all a game. In some instances it is, because if you're not paying attention, people doing stuff behind your back. Look at all the stuff that's going on, the shenanigans. How are you going to be running for governor, but you over the election board?
Crazy. Right. And we go for that.
What do you do that at?
But here's the thing. A lot of people say, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the electoral college picks it. But guess what? The electoral college only picks the president. They don't pick the governors, the senators, the mayors, you know what I mean? So stop it. Stop it with the bull.
Ignorant.
Okay, shout out to Shanta who has something to say about the electoral college. She says some of the states have entered into an agreement to choose the candidate that won the popular vote. It's called the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact, a multi-state effort to neutralize the electoral college without officially abolishing it. No, get that up out of here. Get it out of here. We don't want y'all to have nothing sitting and waiting like y'all do every 10 years. Well, we got to decide if we should still have our civil rights in that. No, get it out of here. Okay? Get it out of here. Correct. It don't work. Yeah. Listen, they tried to abolish it in 1970, right? So I don't know what happened then, but it didn't go through. And like we know, this was set up for rich white men, not even the poor white men, because we know women couldn't vote during that time, but they didn't even want the poor white men to have a vote as to whatever their interest may have been in their state. This was set up for them. And that's how they play the game. You think about a president who files bankruptcy 6 times. It's a game where they set the rules up, but they make it so that they can get out of it. They have a way out each time, get out of jail free card. Monopoly is a real game. So, this is how they have it set up. Listen, I do want to know who these people are, as far as specifically who pulls a lever, as to say, in the Electoral College. Who pulls a lever? Who says, it's a go or it's a no? I need to know for sure. Why don't we know? And who do we ask?
We need to get rid of it. And we can, I think that is on one of the things that we want to do.
And I hope that between getting rid of the Electoral College and police brutality, that should be like in Biden's first 100-day plan, period.
Right.
Yeah.
Right after getting this goddamn pandemic under control. I mean, because that's like at the forefront. Like your boy that's currently over there with the U-Haul truck in front of the over on Pennsylvania, he ain't said one word about the pandemic during this whole thing. All he wants to say is they're cheating. Well, guess what? While they're cheating, supposedly, people are dying. People in the White House are still contracting this. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. Like, you don't care. You don't care.
Yeah. Listen.
So,
Lord, this is how you know there's a guy.
And look, in the words of Ice Cube, today was a good day.
Listen, in the words of Ice Cube, okay. Yeah.
How ironic.
One of the high profile, low information people, Ice Cube, 50 Cent, Kanye, Lil Wayne. Kanye, he got 60,000 votes statewide. What was he in, like 4 to 6 states on the ballot?
Those were all people that his psychiatrist knows, I think.
Well,
my goodness. Oh, listen. Yeah, they felt sorry for him. And come on. I'm so glad they're behind us, though. I want to hear what these people have to say now, though. Are they celebrating? Plies, I got to give him his props.
He been with the shit from day one.
He been speaking truth through and through. He been giving it the real through and through. And, he riding just like the rest of us. Because, in my post, I said some of us voted against Trump and some of us voted for Biden. Either way, we voted. So it wasn't necessarily everybody was on the Biden Harris train. It was, we didn't want Trump in office. It was these people, and then it was these other people, right? And look, what really threw me off is the percentage rate in most demographics: Black women, white women. More people voted for Trump this year. 18% of Black men supported number 45 this year, compared to 13% in 2016. The numbers was like 53% for white women in 2016, and now it went up 55% that voted for him. 18%.
Maybe those 18% had to go with the 18% of the 55% of the women.
Excuse me, 55%, yeah. 8% of Black women. So 4% in 2016 voted for Trump. That number doubled according to the record this year. 8% of Black women voted for Trump. Who are they?
I need to know.
Right.
Sis.
They probably incompetent, and somebody just gave them a form and told them to sign it. That's how that happened, right?
Well, that's Candace's friends, right? And the Diamond Girl and those, are they still supporters?
Diamond and Silk. Well, the Republican team, they threw shade on them. So I wonder what they got to say. I wonder what they got to say.
No, I really don't wonder what they got to say. I don't give a shit.
I don't either. You're right. I don't. I mean, it's like when people are quiet, you want to kind of, just get their reaction.
My neighbor's been quiet.
Because I'm petty like that, but I really don't care. Your neighbor been quiet?
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they took their little hat out of the
my street quiet too. And I know it's
Georgia's been a little quiet, more quiet than it should have been.
But really,
Yep. But we turned it blue. I almost cussed. I said we almost, but we turned it blue.
That's okay.
So what does that say? Then even the Latinas, 28% voted for Trump this year versus 2016. It was
I'll never understand that.
And Latino men, what the hell? Like
I think those are the white. Because some Latinos think that they're white.
Correct.
They do.
But these numbers are based upon the census, and if you identify as Latino on the census, then you don't identify as white. But y'all know I lived in Florida and Miami for 8 years, and the Cuban population believes that they have come to America and they are this godsend and they are the superior. And there's a lot that goes into that. So I'm not sure if they've filled out their census form and said that they are the Hispanic descent or are they of the Caucasian descent, like what they're selecting on their census.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Look, it's a lot of special people. And think about it. A lot of the mail-in ballots came from the Democratic side, right? Mm-hmm. And then you got most of the people who came in person under the directive of the old president. I love saying that.
Bye-bye.
They pulled up, but that didn't help. All these mail-in ballots was the shiznai. We did that. Shout out to Denise, who says the counties with the highest COVID-19 cases. She said they coined
voted
in education. Yeah,
they voted for his ass, and it's basically it's an education divide. Shit, it is the poorly educated, which he loves.
He loves the poorly educated,
and correct. People who actually educate themselves and figures out how this system works, how this electoral college thing works, how the Senate, how everything works, and make it work and do it and flip this bitch, which is what we did.
Yeah, we flipped it. We flipping tables in this piece. We flipping snakes.
I like how you didn't introduce the jar this go round.
I ain't doing that
jar. We get a free pass this go round.
You know what? You get a pass. We got a new freaking president. Listen, everybody get a pass. Today was a good day. We'll get Cube that. He makes some good music and some good movies. But I can't
listen to his music. But
I don't know if I had to tell somebody
politically.
Correct.
I didn't cancel him, but I did put him on pause. I did because sometimes you can't give people earplay because they start getting in your head and frustrating you. So listen, you look. Okay, what happened here? Sometimes you got to give people. You got to just fall back off people. You got to fall back off people. Another thing though is because I got annoyed by people who didn't vote. I know, shout out to y'all for getting y'all youngsters out. I know Rita said she got her son out for the first time. I'm so happy to hear that. You got somebody to go vote. And I think it's going to continue. You don't just start voting and stop. Once you get civically and politically engaged and you got your ear to what's going on, you kind of pay attention. But what about those people who didn't vote? Are y'all feeling some kind of way about them?
Honestly, I'm not angry. I'm not upset with them or anything like that. I'd rather them get educated, see what's going on, see how this thing played out, see how the people that's been in their ear about I'm voting, see how wow, they really did that. I mean, I'd rather them witness it and then next time participate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not angry at them. Like sometimes it's like a little kid, when they don't know. They don't know.
That's true. But what if we hadn't? You think you would have felt differently about not being upset at people?
Hell yeah, I'd have been mad.
Right.
If we would have lost, I'd have been pissed off. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that it's a 50-50. Like Trish said, I am ecstatic that we won. But I also think that I would have been very disappointed if we lost and that we lost because those votes didn't get counted.
Right.
So, and I also think that as of right now, we had the highest turnout in voting history, period. So like Trish also said, I think that now once you're in it, you feel this sense of obligation. Like now this is almost like paying your taxes and serving jury duty. Like I need to do this. Like I have to do this.
Yeah. It's important. Y'all think Q voted for Trump?
I don't think so.
I don't think he voted.
See what I'm saying? And I'm with you on that, Trish. I'm with you on that. I don't think he voted.
I don't think he voted.
I don't know.
I'm just 2020. Let me just tell you, it has been. Listen, I knew it. I've been knowing it for the last couple of days. I'm like, we won, but you can't really, like you said, with all the shenanigans and the bullshit that the man, like, so until Pennsylvania was like, look, here, we throwing in the towel. He won. We're gonna finish counting them, but we're doing this just for you. You know what I mean? Not just for you, but he won. Period. There's no way that he can win. But I done lost my damn train of thought. Shit. Oh yeah. Here we go. So when I saw it finally on the screen that he is the president-elect, it hit me, and it was very emotional for me because the lady that's going to be at his right hand is a Black woman. And I know she's mixed with a lot of stuff and all that. I get it and I understand that. However, America is very, very clear on the fact that if you have Black in you, you Black. So to me, she is the Black woman. And it's very emotional to me that a Black woman is in there like that. Michelle, let me tell you something. Michelle did that. She did her part. But Kamala has a much more important role, and her voice is going to be loud. And I'm excited.
Yes, ma'am. I believe that. I know that to be.
She is literally the second in command to the highest seat in the world. Like kings, queens, different countries, and all this other good stuff. That's cute. It's nice. It's wonderful. We respect their countries. Yeah. But the United States of America is the highest. So for Biden to have chosen Kamala Harris to be his second in command, it's just it just creates history. And like I was excited for that piece alone. Like you're literally like Trish said, like a Black woman sitting in office for the very first time, literally, like second in command, running shit. Like it's what it is.
And listen, think about this though, because people are saying, like you said, the first 10 days, however many days, Trish, when Biden and Harris get into office, Barack, history teaches us that Barack did the exact same thing. Like tonight, he was in the Oval Office, not having even been officially, put into that seat, was already planning how to dig us out of a mess that Bush left us in. Well, we getting our demands. One of our demands to Biden was that he needed to have a Black woman. So they don't act like they not listening. He did that. It's a process, right? So our demands are being met as we move. It's levels to this. So one of the demands were, if you want our vote, we need to have a Black woman, as vice president. And he did that. So we can't discount them and say we can't trust them to do what they say they're going to do, because he's showing and proving that he's here for us, And here's the thing. He's just the president. So we didn't flip the Senate, right? We needed 4 seats to flip the Senate?
I want to say, now isn't 2 seats going up? I think 2 seats are going up for, yes. So you're right. Yes.
I don't think halfway.
We're at 46 at the Democratic Party for the Senate and 48. So 51 is the majority at the moment. So we still got they still counting. Nothing has been official, but we still have a couple more.
Hopefully we can flip the Senate. But if not, understand that we still have the Congress, but they're just like there is today, bills that have the interest of the Black people on them have passed Congress, majority Democratic Party, and have been moved to the Senate, but are sitting in the Senate because of the leader over there, Mitch McConnell, refuses to pass them. So, even in this presidency, under this administration, if certain things don't get passed, it's not necessarily all Joe Biden and Harris. It's the Senate and the Congress. So make sure in 2022, these seats are going to be up again. Votes. These midterms are very, very important because it is a strategy. We got to get people in certain places. It's like chess. Everybody got to play their position, but we need everybody. Everybody is important in each position, right? So we're not, we made steps, but we still got some steps to take, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's very important. Some other interesting thing that happened, like you said, different people won different places. The Republicans won a lot of seats in different states. Florida passed the minimum wage vote to $15 an hour. So Florida, even though they wasn't supporting Biden and Harris, they did increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour.
And that's because the poverty rate in Florida is more geared towards the Caucasian descent than it is African Americans.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
When you think about it, African Americans in Miami or in Florida are the minority. So the majority is white Americans. Like, let's just be very clear. They come there, they retire, all of that good stuff. We make up a good piece of it, but they passed that because it was for them, not for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, those are facts. Those are facts for sure. And Denise, I was thinking the same thing when I heard it mispronounced. I say Kamala. So for anybody who it's Kamala. Yeah, we gotta put some respect on her name, right? Mississippi.
What is he? A second husband?
Right. How does that
what
work?
it is? A second husband? Her husband, Kamala's husband.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Dougie. Oh, Dougie. I think he's a second husband because if you're the vice president's wife, you're the second lady, right?
Yes.
Because Michelle was the first lady, and if you're the vice president, you're the second lady.
Correct.
Jill was the second lady. So is he the second husband?
Correct. That's
probably not her second husband, but he's the second husband.
Right. The second husband of the United
States. How that works. That's different. I mean, think about that, how the man is second in the situation.
They would call him the second gentleman. They wouldn't call him the
second gentleman.
Okay, second gentleman.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna call. Oh, because they call the lady the lady.
Okay, second
gentleman. Madam Vice President, and he would be the second gentleman.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, I like it.
All right. Okay, well, I don't know. I can't wait to hear how they
You call it whatever you want, as long as they in there.
As long as they in there, right? As long as they in there. That's all I got to say. Also, Mississippi voted to end the Electoral College. 78% voted to approve it. So they're just going to take the popular vote. So how does that work? Does that mean
what are they going to do?
They approved to omit the Electoral College.
Oh, okay.
So to me, that means they take their points away. So when this happens in 4 years from now,
I don't know.
They don't have any points.
I would have.
So it's just popular.
They just going by the popular vote.
But would it be that they go by the popular vote based on, like, the Electoral College goes by the popular vote, or because they can't just Mississippi, like the states don't have enough power to abolish something that is a federal thing. So it would be that it would just and don't quote me on this because I'm not like the historian in the room, but it would be that they would have to, the Electoral College, because you can't just get rid of the votes. Like, that's just not how that works.
I don't know how it works. That's the only other way. It's either the popular, and the popular vote wins the electoral.
Right.
But they don't have those points to throw in, like in Nevada.
Yeah, so it's just going to be who got the most popular votes.
But the Electoral College would vote on behalf of whoever got the popular vote.
But they don't have any points.
I don't think it's just.
In other words,
okay, you got 5 million people said this person, 4 million people said this person. This person win, right? They got the 5 million votes.
Right. But you're talking about the president of the United States, and like every other state still acknowledges it. So if Mississippi, and I don't know how many Mississippi electoral votes they have, but if they have 5 electoral votes, then that would mean that what their rule or their law, the state law is saying is that the Electoral College is now bound to vote for these 5 people. I mean, or using their votes to vote for these 5
Gotcha.
Because even
it's almost like it's a one or nothing. Like everybody needs to do it, right?
Correct. It would have to be that it's either a federal law that is passed that says that we're getting rid of the electoral college and we're going based on a popular vote. But if states start doing it individually, there would be no precedent for it because you can't go against the majority.
Yeah. I don't know. So this is how I'm ironing out in my head. Let's just say, like, for example, Nevada, we have 6 electoral votes, and we needed those 6 electoral votes in order to reach the 270 mark, right? Well, if we voted not to be part of the electoral college, then those 6 votes are not there anymore. So we can't use Nevada to bring it.
Well, they can do that though.
No.
I don't think so. Like
How do you abolish it if you still can use it? They voted to be removed.
If you say that you're removing the electoral college from a state, I would have to look at because they put in media a very broad term, like we're abolishing the electoral college, but I would actually have to look at the statute and say this is what it's actually saying. I just don't see how that would make sense, because if 51 states have electoral rights, then that means Mississippi can't vote for the president, and that's going against everything, because that even the District of Columbia has electoral votes, and that's the state technically. So,
but the state rights.
But they have state rights, but they also don't. They've been fighting to become a state for a very long time to have those same rights and privileges. I don't know why Mississippi would go backwards and say, let's just get rid of it.
I'm telling you, they did. And you know what? I remember reading last year, I didn't know at the time when he was living with, rest in peace, Nevada Assemblyman Tyrone Thompson had also petitioned to get rid of the Electoral College in Nevada. And I read the governor's explanation for vetoing it was because it would take away our power. So that brings me back to the point that we can say, hey, we don't want to be a part of the Electoral College, because remember, you need so many votes, right? 270. So if more states bow out, then it fades away anyways, because you don't have enough votes, to be able to speak for the country. So what the governor was saying was, we're not going to remove ourselves from the Electoral College because that takes away our power. These other states can still have a say, but we don't. But if you abolish it, then all states are omitted from the Electoral College versus state by state. So that's why I interpret it that way. But we're no experts. We're just doing our best to try to interpret what this means, right?
Right.
Mississippi also voted to remove I guess this flag they've had forever. It was incorporated with the Confederate battle flag that they've had for their state flag. And they voted to get a new flag. It's called the New Magnolia, and 68% voted to get a new flag. So I think
that's wonderful. We're making some small steps forward.
Yeah, because why are we even allowing Confederate flags to be waved in our country? Does that make sense? That's treasonous in itself, if you ask me.
Well, then after the Electoral College confirms this in December, 14th, you said, then I think all Trump flags should go.
Correct.
They lost.
It's like holding up Christmas tree lights in March. Let it go.
Let it go.
It's the same thing, because they lost that war. The Confederates lost the Civil War years ago. And why are you still waving this flag? Y'all lost. So just stop.
Right. Let it go.
That's all I gotta say. Biden Harris 2020, baby.
Agree to that.
That's what's up. Listen, Louisiana, they overwhelmingly approved a constitutional amendment on Tuesday that clarified that the document does not grant the right to an abortion in their state. So they're basically voting to ban abortion in Louisiana.
Wow.
Okay, so listen, over 2 million people voted to change this, that it's not within the constitutional right for you to have an abortion in Louisiana.
So are they going to automatically give child support to the women that they're forcing to have the kids that they don't want?
That's a good point.
Or give everybody a nanny, or what? What they gonna do?
I do think it's a catch-22. I don't know.
Do they are they gonna automatically appoint somebody who wants to adopt this child? Like, this is a child that I was going to, but y'all said I can't. So who's gonna adopt it when I'm done? Like, what?
Provide parenting, yeah.
Who's gonna parent the child? Yeah.
It always baffles me when people try to have a say on what a woman should do with her body, because I always want to go back to, of all you people, was this 2 million people who voted for this in Louisiana? How many of you 2 million have a foster child or have adopted a child, first of all? And second of all, how many of you people were out protesting when an unarmed Black man was killed at the hands of a police officer? If you care about lives, that's the first thing they say. When we say Black Lives Matter, they come back with all lives matter. Why aren't you out fighting for all the lives that are living right now that exist in this world, when you want to be worried about people having abortions, when you're not going to contribute to the welfare and the child support that it goes into raising a child? So to me, people are so contradictory. They hide behind religion and they try to use it as an excuse, but you're not living that life. You can talk the talk, but you're not really walking the walk. You just somewhere just meddling in other people's business.
And and from a man's perspective, I look at it from a scientific view, but I also look at it from a humanistic view as well. So like, I want to be very clear in my saying this. From a science perspective, you technically are killing a human, right? But from a woman's perspective and from a human's perspective, like, if I don't have the ability to deal with and take care of and to provide for this life, then I shouldn't do it. And that's just where y'all know I work in the school system, and I work with so many families that I'm just like, I love you, baby, and this is what I'm here to do, but you just aren't fit. But I can't make that determination on my own.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. So from a holistic perspective, I feel like women should have the choice, because when you have the choice, you make a more sound choice instead of just being told what you can and cannot do.
And here's my thing too. What about the women that know that they have some sort of medical condition that if they do go through with this, like, it is a high probability that they would die? You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, why are you going to put their lives at risk for, this can be prevented. I don't know. It's crazy. I can't see how all these men in America can make this decision. What about if they just automatically give all the men vasectomies when they
stop paying for their Viagra? How about that?
Right.
I'm just saying, give vasectomies, and then if you want to have a child, we'll get it reversed. I don't know. Why would you just put this all on the women?
Correct.
Yeah.
This is why I look at it as a man perspective. I look at it from a science lens, because I have no other perspective to look at it from. But then from a human lens, it's just like, you all should be able to do what you want, period. Like, regardless of how I feel, believe, or whatever, like science says, as a woman, this is what you're going through. This is your body. This is your decision, and you should be able to make one.
Yeah. If a man can do what he wants to with his sperm, a woman should be able to do what she wants to with her embryo.
Yeah. I think they need to make it to where men can have kids and get pregnant. That way they can go through it. Here, now you have the kid then.
Why he not?
They'll change their mind real quick.
I don't know.
Scientifically do that shit.
Nah. I've been in a room. What is it called? The delivery room.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. A whole ass human being. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Who that on Harlem Nights? What's the girl? Della Reese? Who? Kiss my entire baby.
A lot of pregnant women, and y'all go through the most amazing changes. And also, let me be very clear: the pregnancies that I've been around have been beautiful, right? Like, not that they're not all beautiful, but hair is growing, skin is glowing, like stomach is sitting right. They didn't gain no weight, like the whole 9 yards. So like these are the pregnancies I've been around.
Heifers.
And that's not everybody's story. So yeah, no. And I've been in one delivery room. The devil is a lie. I'm good. I don't want to go.
That's right, Denise. If there was a drive-through, if men could have babies, there'd be a drive-through abortions in Walmart. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what happened. They would be able to get pregnant. That part.
Lord,
that's what's up. Yeah, that'll teach them. So, anybody fall out with anybody because of this election? Friends, family, co-workers?
I low-key almost fell out with a friend who had a lot to do on election day because of work and did not vote early. And I had a lot to say until he told me that he dropped off his mail-in ballot during his lunch period.
Okay.
And I was like, right. I was like, because the day before I was like, go vote early, go vote early, go vote early. Because it was like, you know, in your camp or whatever, you had those people that you kept talking to or whatever. And it was just this one friend that I was just like, bro, you ain't vote. You ain't tell me you vote. I'm not sure about this relationship we have right now. Right. And then he told me that he voted during his lunch period because and it was well after the election had closed and the ballots had closed, all that stuff. And the next day I was like, clarify for me that you voted. And he said he voted on his lunch period.
He was scared. He had to tell you something.
I didn't fall out with anyone, but I will not speak to my neighbors no more. I mean, I don't know for right now, because you know how you just know, like
like you said, they quiet. They didn't come over and offer you a beer.
No. Here's the thing: you know, people that are on the other side. You just know it's a demeanor, it's a conversation, it's in how they say certain things or whatever. And so I knew that they, you know, were voting for the other side. That's no big deal. But my thing is now, since it's this season, you decide to put a "Make America Great Again" hat in your truck in the dash so that every time I drive by your damn house, I got to look at that. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, for me, that means something different for me as a Black woman. That sign, that flag, it means something different to me. It means that you hate me. That's how I take it. And so, and then you some of your family's friendly, some of you not. But my thing is, the day of election, out of the blue, came over and, oh, would you like being real friendly? Nope, I don't. I won't. And I normally talk before the hot thing. I talk because I don't care if you vote for the other side. I don't. I'm voting for this side. You vote for that side. Oh well, it is what it is. But my thing is, now you want to flaunt this piece of shit in your dash of your truck, so you don't get my conversation no more. So I'm done with him. That's the only person that I fell out with. He don't know I fell out with him, but I did.
And I go back and forth because my thing is, if you voted for Trump, seeing what you've seen in 4 years, I don't know. I can't respect you. You know, I hate to make politics be a wedge when it comes to family and friends or people that you care about, but your way of thinking causes me not to want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just for yourself, and you got some issues, and I feel like you would be the one to tell on us if we was trying to get off the plantation back in the 1800s, because you can't really see what's going on. So I'm not a fake person. It's hard for me to smile at somebody who I really don't want to smile at, you know, and it's not no emotional thing where I'm gonna be mad at you or talk down about you, but I would kind of disassociate myself from you because I feel like you got some work to do with yourself. And if you want to have an open, honest dialogue, I might be, if you're receptive. If you just got your mind closed and you just trying to get me to get your point of view, it's not going to work, because there's nothing you can tell me that'll help me understand why you would support him. I know the greatest argument is, oh, it's the lesser of they both evil, they both this. Based on what? That lets me further know that you haven't done the research, because you wouldn't be saying that if you really knew the research on both sides, if you really knew who did what on either side. So we can't even really have a conversation about anything. And I think my feelings will change. You know, in my neighborhood, I'm sure we see these big trucks and these big flags. You know, you have a right to support whoever you want. Just stay away from me and mine, and it's all good. But I don't know if I could be real supportive or be cool with you after this. I don't know if I can invite you to the cookout.
I'm cool. It's a different kind of cool. I'm cool,
Right.
all right.
Like, I'm cool on you.
Right, exactly. And I mean, listen, I'm in Georgia. Like it turned from red to blue.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Right. Right. Again, thank you to Stacey Abrams who led the charge.
Stacey, we love you. Thank you,
listen,
Queen. Thank you.
Without her, I'm not sure we would have made it. Like we love Miss Bottoms as the mayor of Atlanta, and she has led a charge as well.
Yeah.
But Stacey Abrams really
She got what, 800,000 new registered voters out there.
Yes. They went to the strip clubs, y'all, and registered to vote people.
Yes.
Listen.
Gotta get them.
Listen.
And really, what we really should do is move away from this whole register by this deadline or whatever. There's a few states, and Toya, I think you the one that shared it on your timeline, is that there's several states that's register, vote, period. Like if you got an ID or whatever the requirements are, why you gotta wait 2 weeks to be put on the list to do this? This is 21st century. That's antiquated. Put that stuff behind us.
Right.
If you can fulfill the requirements to vote and decide on election day that you want to vote, why not vote?
Yeah.
Why are we playing this game?
Yeah.
Why are we playing this game? Listen. Biden Harris 2020, baby. Woo!
Is that our drink word?
I want it. Yes. I needed y'all. I needed to celebrate with y'all. I needed all of us to be together and just because everybody quarantined. I'm at home alone. So I need somebody to celebrate with. And I'm just so happy to see y'all faces and everybody that's on YouTube and Facebook. Hey, Christy, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. This is the best news I done heard all year. We've been hearing horrible stuff every time we open these eyes, right? And to hear this is music to my ears. I still feel a certain kind of way because with this man, he's still not really gone. I just feel like he's gonna do something stupid. And it's a shame that you're so traumatized that you can't just trust the facts.
He about to lose his job.
You
about to lose his job.
You're about to lose your job. Another thing I want to mention, and Trish, maybe you can have a show on this. I know you have a show tonight, which I'm very interested in. You're doing a whole religion series, right?
I am. And tonight
tell us a little bit about it. Tonight you're gonna have Hebrew Israelite on.
Yeah, Brother Maury William Brown is going to be on my show at 6 p.m. So I got to prepare for that. But I'm excited to hear about that, honestly, because when I hear about Hebrew Israelite, the first thing I think of is somebody with a microphone on the corner hollering at everybody. That's just me. That's what comes to my head. So I want to know more. I want to know, what do y'all believe? So I'm excited.
I look at them as well-read, peaceful people. But do they vote? That's what I need to know.
I'm going to ask that. Trust me. I'm asking that. Okay. That's one of the first questions I'm asking.
Please.
Well, why don't Jehovah's Witnesses vote? Because I don't know if I should be looking at them sideways. Do they got a good reason besides being that's part of their religion?
From what, because half of my family is Jehovah's Witness. So from what I understand, they feel like this world is not of God. Like this is not God. This is Satan's earth, right? The heavens and the earth. So this is the evil, right? And so they don't want to participate in the evil.
In a democracy.
But I'm sure they cashed the stimulus check. They should have all sent that back.
Hello.
Or do they pay taxes? Like there's a lot of other things going on this hellish earth.
But my thing is,
you should have representation.
Because you don't. This is political. This came from the politicians. Give us the check back.
Yeah. So people have excuses. And I'm interested to know. Do Hebrew Israelites vote?
I'm gonna ask. And if the Jehovah's Witnesses would have won, I believe that we might have had a different outcome though.
Correct.
Only right, because they would have got on that abortion train, right?
Yep.
Forget he had 3 wives and slept with other women while some of the wives was pregnant.
Yep. So maybe they should just stay with it.
Forget that he sleep with porn stars unprotected while he has a pregnant wife. Forget that he bankrupt 6 times and had bone spurs 5 times, wouldn't join the military. Bankruptcy affects those who have done the work and that don't get paid. So you might be able to, bail out of your, obligation, but people still got to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's so many contradictions when it comes to it. But all I got to say is we did that, baby. That's what we did. That's what we did. We did that. And I'm just so happy to celebrate with y'all. It's been awesome. Y'all make sure y'all check out Trish. What is that, in an hour? 6 o'clock on YouTube Live. You can watch and listen to this Hebrew Israelite tell his story about religion.
Right here on YouTube.
Yeah, right here on YouTube. So check it out. I'm definitely going to be watching. I'm very interested. I know the last guest you had on a couple of weeks ago, he was a Christian. He got deep. He started talking about spirit. And
he did.
Yeah, he was so interesting. Very, very interesting. So you guys make sure y'all check out Robledo. You looking good over there, looking like ASAP's big brother. I don't know who the oldest.
I think I'm a little older, maybe.
Okay, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And once again, to all of you who are watching on Facebook Live and YouTube, I love and appreciate you guys for tuning in to In Your Ear Radio. I pull up for y'all, so thank you for pulling up for me. Definitely to my co-host. Thank y'all for riding with me all the way. I like that shirt too. I like your shirt. That shirt cute. I like your shirt too, Robledo. That's a real cute shirt.
What does this say? Okay.
He said In Your Ear Radio. Yeah, that's a dope shirt right there. I like that.
Nice.
So you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Turn up, celebrate, hug somebody. Be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. This is just the beginning, y'all. We still got a whole lot of work to do, but this is just steps in it, and we gonna make it happen.
They're about to speak in 3 minutes.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So we had
the party. Just the party. This was the pre. What do you call it when they? This is the pregame.
Yeah, pregame. So y'all didn't pre-drink and y'all got y'all pregame. Get y'all red carpet. Y'all looking cute. Walk down y'all red carpet to y'all TV, and let's see what they about to say in about 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, what time we got? All right, look, they got the time good. They said, well, In Your Ear Radio is going to be off in 2 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and say that. That's what I'm talking about. That's respect right there. That's what's up. That's what's up. Cheers to that.
And stop with all the memes about Nevada, y'all.
Y'all the 50th in education. We're going to give y'all some time to count.
Okay.
Trish, how many times will you text? What y'all doing out there? Like, I'm counting. I had to put a post up. I ain't counting.
Yeah, they ain't right. They do it wrong.
But it'd be funny though when they talk about the 24-hour city and then how we going to bed early. We should have shifts in this. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all good.
New York, them ballots was counted, and that's a 24-hour
Wasn't
city.
Wasn't nobody playing. They wasn't playing. So hopefully Nevada learned something from this. But shout out to Amari, who also pointed out that maybe going forward, mail-in ballots should be the thing, the norm. And I think so. It's very easy. We just walked ours up, filled them out and walked them up. And look how many more people voted. I think they had a lot to do with it.
Yeah. But they need to start counting before election day.
But y'all know that the old president, that old dude, he didn't want people to start counting. Right. So then he got mad because now, y'all counting them like he's so slow. Oh, y'all counting them now? You can't count them now. This is November 5. They voted before November 3rd. They should be able to count before then. Now you're gonna try to say they don't count because it's a whole new day after. I can't with him, but I'm so happy he's gone. I'm gonna tune in and hear what these people got to say. I'm gonna make dinner. I hope you guys have a good night and everybody watching. Love y'all. Love y'all. Mwah.
Bye, guys.